And Capital Massey, guys, we are finally back again for the very first out of two reactions I'll be dropping it again today on this Mystelics reaction, guys. Big up the Mystelics YouTube family for definitely dropping by and saying, Mystelics, we are in the building and the people's peeping in. Come on, come and sit down yourself, brothers and sisters. Have several seats so you can enjoy what is being gonna be displayed here in this reaction today, guys. Of course, with that said, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that 150 billion%. Click the thumbs up button. Just click the thumbs up button. Let it shake a little, man, and have a little color, man. Shake it a little, man. Click the thumbs up button and of course subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through. Right there, I would appreciate that 150%. Subscribe, click the bell, and then click all, brothers and sisters, so you'll be notified when I drop my videos right there. And then, guys, of course, I saw this very interesting post right there, and I had to think to myself, what exactly is going on? Now, brothers and sisters, I'm not really sure if this is legit. I remember vaguely, I would have to say faintly, I remember faintly that they were actually talking about putting some sort of school in St. Joseph. I'm not exactly sure if that actually came to pass, but from Dominica's history when it comes down to schools, especially, I remember there was some African doctor that was saying that she got some medical education in Dominica, and we wonder in which school that was. So I don't know if that is the same thing, brothers and sisters. Let me know that in the comment box below. But it's very interesting what I'm seeing right there. St. Joseph University, where knowledge is king. Where knowledge is indeed king. That is a very powerful statement right there. I don't think medical universities' motto should be where knowledge is king. That doesn't sound like a university motto to me. But hey, they say where knowledge is key. Anyways, brothers and sisters, scrolling on right there, the World Directory of Medical Schools has inducted St. Joseph University into its prestigious list of medical schools. Now, that might be funny to me because I'm trying to figure out, we had Ross and how Ross was operating. Ross was one of the grandest schools in the Caribbean, and the struggle Ross had to go through to get accreditation so that people can then, you know, work. I even, from my understanding, know that Ross was, well, not new, but from what certain people in the sphere was telling me, that Ross had to pay certain hospitals so that they can host their students in the United States. So it was not just Dominica they were doing that for. They were doing that in other places overseas, so that when the students graduate and so forth from Ross, or when they move out of Ross into the other semesters and what have you, they went to the schools and were practicing and whatnot, and different teachers, you know, different other doctors, you know, have their rotations and what have you. Not rotations, no, the other thing, I forget the name. But yes, that used to happen. But apparently for this medical school, it has been listed on some sort of prestigious list of medical schools, and of course it was conferred on the heels of the visit and assessment of the facility by the Dominica Medical Board. Now, is that, I see they mentioned in World Directory of Medical Schools, and then they're saying about Dominica Medical Board, not to downplay Dominica's medical board, but under what basis did Dominica Medical Board become a part of the World Directory of Medical Schools? Who exactly are these people, though? World Directory of Medical Schools, who exactly are these people? Anyways, the World Directory of Medical Schools provides a full program of instructions for basic medical qualifications, and I'm guessing if that school is actually real, that school is under some basic medical instructions to meet the criteria to reach some prestigious list. What is the... Some things in life, I can't get it. The degree conferred also provides a whole license to practice as a medical doctor. So this is not just some random school, that thing. Once you have gotten the degree from that school, you are able to practice as a medical doctor. My big question is, where will you be able to practice? If it's in Dominica, if that is in Dominica that you are able to practice, and if that is the case, can you then practice overseas? Can you, or is this school just for Dominica only? But then they mentioned World Directory of Medical Schools, so you're supposed to be able to practice across the world if that is the case. Furthermore, who gave this school accreditation? Was that school accredited? They're talking about the facilities by the Dominica Medical Board. Assess of the office. Yeah, guys, can you let me know where this is, man? I need to talk to some of the people in St. Joseph, because that's one of the things when I do reactions, I don't like to get the information unless it's vital. But is this school real, brothers and sisters? Have you guys passed in St. Joseph and see this thing? This looks like a building that maybe was in Roseau. That looks like a Roseau. In Roseau. Looks like this is the store down there. It looks like a building in Roseau. I could be wrong. I don't know. But if they're talking about St. Joseph, shouldn't that be in St. Joseph? Maybe this St. Joseph is just the name of the school. Guys, is this anywhere? Roseau, Dominica, Tuesday. Is this anywhere in St. Joseph or in Dominica? What are your thoughts, man? Let me know your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. I can't. I mean, anyways, yeah. So they are able to practice as medical doctors. Where? I don't know. It now means Dominica owned St. Joseph University has met the rigorous standards of the World Federation for Medical Quality, and students at said university have the assurance of receiving a quality education that can now gain recognition by other colleges for course credits and degrees. Wait a while. This is confusing. You're telling me that you can actually go to the school to obtain a degree to provide, so you can be a practicing medical doctor. So then they're saying that you can take that now and go to another school, another college, for course credits and degrees earned. That's an interesting way of phrasing this, eh? I just realized this. Students at the said university have the assurance of receiving a quality education that can now gain recognition. So they said it can gain recognition. Doesn't mean they recognize, but it can now gain recognition by other colleges for. But to me, medical university, and then you talk about colleges. Guys, myself, let me leave that alone. What are your thoughts, guys? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below about this thing. Is this school real? I remember sometime, I faintly remember that you're talking about opening some sort of school in St. Joseph. I don't know if that is the case. Did that come through? Did that fall through? What are your thoughts, man? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Anyways, guys, moving on right there. There's this thing that I noticed that was also sent to me. Gas prices. Yes, brothers and sisters. Gas prices. As of March 6, 2023. Let me go all the way up. Yeah, they have numbers and everything like that. To all importers, these are apparently the new prices as of March 6th. That's today, following petroleum products and blah blah blah. Anyways, gasoline. I think gasoline used to be 14. Gas used to be 14.60 something. No, 14.40 something or 14.50 something, and diesel was higher than it. I think it's 14.40 something. 14.46, I think. I remember the girl, because I remember asking the girl that question, and she said 14.46, I believe, and she said gas was 14.60 something, 14.60 something, 65, I think that's what she was saying. But anyways, based off this thing, as of March 6th, the gasoline prices have changed, and gasoline is now 14.96 for retail. And of course, diesel, which was higher than gas before, has now dropped to 13.84. Not only that, though, brothers and sisters, but it's begged the question. There's another type of gas, ultra low sulfur diesel, which is apparently much more expensive than the diesel. So I don't know if the range in quality. Which one is the government's own? Because I heard that the government has its own too. That's probably one of the reasons why they allowed rubies to go. Anyways, kerosene apparently is now $12.89. I think that's the same as before. But I want you guys to listen to something rather interesting right there. This is about the bus drivers and what have you, brothers and sisters. Take a listen.
Oh, you think scared stupid?
Oh, you think scared stupid? No. You have to listen.
Scary giving out in one hand and taking out in the other. That increase to give the bus drivers there. I know there was something up. Remember, the man take over the gas industry. The man going to raise the price of gas and all you there. Pap, easy breezy. He don't get back money in his pocket, more money in his pocket. So you believe Scary doing nothing for nothing? It's not nothing for nothing. He give the bus drivers a raise so they can charge you more, and then they can take it back in the price of gas.
I wouldn't. Well, it's a possibility he could do it for gas. True, he raised the bus prices and whatnot. But it's not just the people the amount that they have to pay for the bus drivers. 50 cents, $1.50, 75 cents, 25 cents, whichever. It's an increase. So obviously, bus drivers are gonna be getting more money than they would normally get back in the day. Okay, or man will have to start working more. Okay, the government really say that you want people to work more. Maybe that's one of the reasons why he decided to do this. Hey, let's target the buses, but make buses a little more expensive for people to they can walk instead of saying, oh, let me walk from Portsmouth to Picard. Let me take a bus from Portsmouth to Picard. They say, no man, burn that boy. I have to buy bread tonight. Let me walk. Let me walk to Picard. Let me walk to Portsmouth from Picard. Maybe that's what the government was really trying to do in that regard. But yeah, I can say I understand the sentiment right there. For example, what it reminds me of is the whole situation where the government is giving people stuff during election times. Hey, I get a $300. I get a $300. Not realizing that you have to spend it in the very economy that's not doing well. Gas prices, all kind of things. I remember one particular time, every time I went to a store, the prices of that product was increasing. And when prices of product increasing, that means more taxes going to the government. You know, if something costs $1 and you have to pay 10% on tax, that means you have to pay 10 cents on tax. But if something now costs $1.50 and you have to pay 10%, sometimes they have increased the percentage. But let's leave it at the same time. 10% on $1.50, that means they're getting 15 cents, no longer 10 cents. So you have to keep that in mind right there. So in some way, shape or form, they may be making those bus drivers make more money. They might increase on tires. They might increase on gas, like the individual was saying. They might increase on a number of things. So it's not just saying you have to understand the loop. There's a loop where you get money. You think you're getting free money. You have to put it in the economy and they get money. Yes, you'll be able to do a little more than you think. Maybe if they give you $300, you know, buy a little extra groceries and whatnot. But then you finish that $300. Versus an economy that is actually working and you can say, okay, yes, this is happening and whatnot. But they put in the more strain on the people, especially when salaries have not increased. And same thing kind of reminds me of the same. Like, there's another example where you get money and put it in the bank, 2%, and you see your money increasing. Yes, it's increasing, but you're paying higher taxes. Not just forget the higher taxes. You're paying the inflation rate might be higher than 2%. Sometimes the inflation rate might be 3%. I know in the UK the inflation rate be 18.3%. In the United States it was 9.1 it reached. And that is just the estimated. It's not the real. They used to do the real ones back in the day. Now they're doing the estimated based on a collective of individuals. That's how they're calculating it, you know. They don't do the real thing again. They're doing the calculation. They're doing the estimations now for inflation. Because they know they have to do the real thing, it's gonna skyrocket. And they don't want people to bother how it did, but it doesn't really change in the high side of things. Because when you look at how things working, you will say, but what going on there? How they can do that? You know? So even if you get higher things and whatnot, they might put it up, they put prices up on other things for you to be able to give the government more taxes. You realize that's a huge possibility, right? So they shift and put things in place. Hey, let me raise your salary, but hey, you also have to pay higher social security. You see, they give you $10 to $20 per year on your salary. Now you have to pay more social security. So you see how it loops, guys? You have to understand. It's kind of like when I do my gigs and whatnot. I always understand. One of the things that I learned from the rich, when I went on Obama and brought us up and we were learning from them, one of the things I learned from them is you have to understand currency. If you understand currency, if I'm making US dollars in the United States and I come down across the Caribbean, I go somewhere and I say, should I spend my money in the United States? Should I spend my money in the United States? Let's say I make $3,000. Should I spend my $3,000 in the United States? 3,000 equal $3,000 minus, you know, all the taxes in America. But if I come down to the Caribbean with the $3,000, then that $3,000 becomes $8,000. And some other places across the Caribbean where you go will definitely be much, much cheaper. It'll be much cheaper. For example, if I was in New York. Anyways, guys, I give all you get my point. Let's move along right there, brothers and sisters. So it's an interesting scope where they give you a high price. They increase the bus fare. They haven't increased the salaries, but the same thing goes. It's just like a circle of life, man. Anyways, guys, moving along right there. This is a rather interesting stuff. This is This is I forgot Peter Pross and the partner that was talking to the little girl. Trying to let me leave that. Anyways, yeah. Let's continue.
Bus drivers getting 50 cents or $1 or 75 cents increase. What about our liquor salary now?
That's exactly what I was saying. The salaries haven't increased. Well, they increased by 10 to 20%, but if you have inflation on that, Chupul! They tell you your salary self tell you Chupul. But you
bus drivers getting 50 cents or $1 or 75 cents increase. What about our liquor salary now?
Oh, yo.
So that's not important at all?
But apparently not. Because as long people have been crying about salary increase, they get a little salary increase and everybody quiet. And trust me, it's not, and I'm saying salary increase as if like it's a big thing. Guys, $10 to $20 per year, from my understanding, and they give you an additional month. So you got a 13-month payday in 12 months, which of course they split the last one into things that look like apparently, hey, we get a bonus. You get a bonus. $10 to $20 increase. Then you have higher taxes, you have more expenses on you. So that means you're going to get less money in your bank account. Plus inflation. If inflation is higher than your 2%, even though you've seen your money growing up a little, your money is worth less. It's worth less. Boy, you mad.
Very important.
On the same liquor salary, we have.
What do you say there?
On this.
Very important.
On the.
Oh, you say very important.
The same liquor salary, we have.
I guess they want their salary to increase. Oh, well, you can't want to salary increase. Oh, you expect your salary to increase in an economy not doing well. So they put in more blunt on the people instead of paying the people more money. They put in stress on the people. Hey, and mark you, the government doesn't pay this thing, The people that paying for the government, you know that, right? When scared them flying out, you think it's his salary that flying him out? No, it's the people that flying him out. This is one of the reasons why I'm trying to understand why the people are not holding the government accountable to the things that the government is saying that they need to do. They go down Guyana, Barbados, take advantage of that. Things selling, dashing. What are we doing? What exactly are we doing? I remember the government talking about that they're going to be finding markets across the place. How come the other places that have less quality of stuff than Dominica, because Dominica is a mountainous and volcanic thing that has settled into the soil, so we'll always have rich produce. How we are the ones, Las Cacarat and places like St. Vincent, even Barbados, St. Kitts, number of places trying to get into, and they're doing their thing too, That's I sidetracking them.
To pay that same increase. So, Mr. PM, look into this for me, please.
You think he can look into that? You really think so? They bring down a set of things, boy. They bring down a set of heavy equipment, brothers and sisters. I know Dominica have this equipment. They bring down backhoe and grader and dump truck and all kind of things. Where the white trucks go? Where the white trucks go? I will, in the next reaction, I'll talk about that, guys. Let's continue.
But remember,
Shut up!
Why you telling me? Shut up. Hey, that is funny. Hey.
Look into this for me.
So you probably tell the PM to look into that.
So, Mr. PM, look into this for me, please.
But remember,
Shut up!
Okay.
Mr. Easy, Furthermore, is this not a private station that you guys working on? So is the Prime Minister working? Well, you asking the Prime Minister to work on your Carry FM that way? To me, Carry FM is a privately owned radio station. Shouldn't you be talking to Crazy T and then people to increase your salary for you? Well, I guess maybe he's talking about the whole populace of individuals that work for the government and say, hey, increase our salary now, please, because you're clearly increasing private bus owners' abilities to make more money, and that is at the expense of the people. So that is another interesting one right there. Anyways, guys, moving along. What is this? Oh, okay. Moving along, brothers and sisters. I saw this one. So this is apparently in the Kalinago territory. And I guess.
Yeah, so that's the current situation there. You see, let
me make this bigger, guys, because some of us can't see properly. Some of us can't see properly. So I don't know what on earth is going on here. What is this? Well, first of all, I think the road is very interesting. This is the Gobi Desert, man, or something.
Yeah, so that's the current situation there. You see that, you see what we have to be every day in that. You see that kind of thing we in there every day we have to be in that.
But what kind of road that boy? But they clean out the road, they got the asphalt on the road.
All a big truck in front of me there, carrying tires, and see the kind of dust we start making in front of me there.
Well, first of all, I don't think it's the truck that causing that. I think it's the road that causing that when you're driving on it. You most likely doing the same thing with your vehicle to the other vehicle at the back of you.
You can't even, I can see road, you know, I tell you. Every day we have to be in that. Them man don't send in no water truck to wet the road. Nothing, you know, at all, you know. It's like them man don't even care about people health, you know. They are living vex, man. See that? I tell you. You see that? Cherish. Dust.
Well, guys, why is the road like this? Why is the road like this, though? This kind of looks like around Layo region where you pass in the thing and you seen all this thing there. But you can't, that can't be the main road. What is that, boy?
Mean that them man don't send in no water truck to wet the road. Nothing, you know, at all.
Yeah, usually that's what would have happened. They would send water trucks on the road to try and lessen the thing, and it'll pass up and down, you know. But I've seen exactly what he's saying right there. They have those trucks that have this long thing and this hole dripping from the back, and as they passing it taking the soil, lessening that.
It's like them man don't even care about people health, you know.
Well, I mean, we have a hospital there. We have a nice building with the same service.
They are living vex, man. See that? I tell you. You see that? Cherish. Dust.
Guys, what are your thoughts on this, man? This is a rather interesting one right there. Here's another shocking thing that I saw, guys. Another shocking stuff right there. So man going and fisherman. Fisherman going to fish, brother. Fisherman going to fish. And then I guess they doing some preservatives and then they sell it in the shop. How do you guys look at this?
I just trying to cook a little broth there, but yeah, I don't like it to work out now.
Of course it's not going to work out. $106 for the fish at AC Shilling for. This is Dominica. Look the number right there. Call them and ask them, but with a while, something wrong, man. What kind of fish that for you to be selling at $105? Cause boy, what trouble is that, boy?
Not today, maybe tomorrow. I'll come back tomorrow.
That's no fish would I buy if it's me. None.
I just trying to cook a little broth there.
I myself think it's Mr. But I have other things there too.
I just trying to cook a little broth there, but yeah, I don't like it to work out now.
Of course not gonna work out.
Not today, maybe tomorrow.
Bro, go on that, boy. I gonna get my line, my hook. I can get a fowl to dig down and take worm and put that and go and fish, man. $106 for a fish in Dominica where the abundance of fish is not scarce. $106, we? No, boy. That fish travel. That is imported fish. That is fish that have that is fish that give the fountain of youth. That is fish that you can eat the bone and everything. You just have to put it in the that's fish you have to that's microwavable fish. That there. You eating everything. You don't have to scale nothing. That is popcorn fish, brothers and sisters. You like popcorn chicken? That is popcorn fish. You just put in your mouth, bite and eat. All the bone have say they put garlic in the fish bone. That is fish that making lab. That is them kind of fish where if you just open the plastic, it does doing that for you. So all you need to do is just take your hand and like eat nuggets. That is all you have to do. Eat. That is out there. That is reusable fish. That is reusable fish for $106.50. Yeah, boy. You have to be able to reuse that fish. Yeah, man. Yes, I don't know how you're going to do it. But you eat and then you have to reuse the fish. Boy, that is something else. Guys, in my life of getting fish by the beach or buying fish by the beach, fish has never come up to $106. Sometimes it might be $30, $40, $50, brothers and sisters. One fish, brothers and sisters, one fish. They must have get that in Africa. That is them fish. That is them super fish. That is fish that will give you powers, brothers and sisters. That is fish. That is fish that fish for fish. And they retire. And they come and rest their bones. That is what that there. That is what that there. Because I can't understand how fish is $106. But it's chilling for them. Let me zoom in on that again, brothers and sisters. Maybe my eyesight not good. My eyes cocklish. Huh? Maybe it's 5610. Maybe a mistake the dollar there. Maybe a mistake and they put a zero. Maybe it's a mistake when they swipe the thing. Maybe a mistake, man. Maybe it's a car battery there. Car battery not that cheap, but maybe it's a baby car battery that was supposed to be there. Then people say $10.50 per pound. Price per pound $10.50. Miss Ami, how much pound that day, Gasa? 10 pounds? Gasa, let me see. The partner had it in his hand.
I just trying to cook a little broth there, but
that could,
yeah, I don't like it to work out now.
Price, that is 10 pounds of fish, brothers and sisters. That is 10 pounds of fish. Guess it, me say quick. Gasa, look at that, you know. $10.50 per pound, brothers and sisters. That is probably March 1st 2023. Mesami, 10 pounds. That is 10 pounds. You don't see how Mr. Flip that?
I just trying to cook a little broth there, but yeah, I don't like it to work out now.
Throw it, let me see.
Maybe tomorrow. I'll come back tomorrow.
That is 10 pounds. Messy quick. Messy. No boy, they pranking us. March, April 1st coming. All you doing it too early, man. All you doing it too. You don't see Mr. Frodan? You see, that is 10 pounds. They say $10 per pound. That's let me go and rest my bones there. That fish must have come out from the eastern part. That come out from the Indian Ocean. The Pacific. Oh, that come out from the Pacific Ocean. That is them fish that come out in the deep blue sea. They don't cross the border, you know, but they come from the deep blue sea. What? Ah, you will never catch me buying that. Satan is a liar. Satan is a sacre volley at AC for. That is prank. That is prank, man. That is a toy. That is a toy, brothers and sisters. You know them fish that where you put it on your wall, and then when you see it sends in a motion, it just coming out and starting to sing. It just flip. It just come on the wall, you know, like this, and then it just flip. It just come out and sing for it. That is what that there. I say electronic fish. That is a submarine. That is them thing you put in sea to go and see where the fishes are. That is a submarine, brothers and sisters. That can't be a fish. No, sir. No, sir. Anyways, guys, if all I said right there, no, man. I still can't believe that. No, man. No, man. That is them fish you using to go and catch whale. that is what. Boy, before hey, boy, you mad. That is them sonar fish. Anyways, guys, let me hear your thoughts in this regard, man, about what I spoke about today. Is that true? That fish must have gone to the St. Joseph University. that is them fish there. It go to the St. Joseph University, brothers and sisters. That's true? No, man. Nobody fooling. That is lie. I have to touch that fish like the international airport for me to believe it. I have to touch the fish. That is one of the fishes that Jesus had. That is one of the two fishes that Jesus had. Yes, boy. When you open that, that was multiplied on you. That is them kind of fish that there. $106? No, man. You forming the absolute royal donkey with me. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts right there. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. Tune in for the next one. I have to do it for a while. I'm kind of late on this one anyways. But yes, guys, let me know your thoughts in this regard. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Give this video a thumbs up if you have not done so. Subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you can get all the videos as they tend to come through. Right there, brothers and sisters. I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Boom, bam.